Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So it's a very beautiful morning today. Good morning. I wanted to talk about the moon today, and how it's not what you think it is, or not what you've been taught it actually is, or it's not what you've been taught it is. It's not what we actually think it to be. It's something completely other. Okay, it's something different, and I'm gonna get into this today, this topic on the moon. Um, so let's get right into it. The moon, for one, to begin, the moon is a station. All right, it's a station that was pretty much created. Um, Now, the moon is inhabited. It's inhabited by many different beings. For one, the government is established on the moon as well. And the moon, it's hollow also. It's not a solid celestial body. It's hollow. The moon has an inside. Just as the earth does. The earth has an inside as well. There's inner earth, okay? And inner earth is a completely different place. I want to say it's dimensionless in some areas of inner earth. It runs off of dimensionlessness, unrelativity, or relativelessness. Okay. And I want to say the moon is of the same nature. It's hollow in the same way. So you can go inside the moon, and the government, they're established on the moon. They have their, what can we call it? Their organizations on the moon. So it's a station. It's not a barren rock, that we've only visited here and there, or that we aren't there all the time. There's government officials integrated on the moon, and they're working on things that they'll never tell us about. You know, it involves things like reincarnation systems are one thing that they're taking up on the moon, and they have technologies that are far beyond our comprehension as well on the moon. And there's not only people on the moon, there's also many different beings. Like I said, um, I want to say there's plenty of gray aliens, but a specific type of hybrid that is needed on the moon to do what they're doing for themselves. So I can say that there is these gray alien hybrids, the Zeta Reticulian hybrids. Um, there is people, there is humans on the moon as well. Um, Reptilian beings on the moon. These can be the people, or the humans on the moon can also be reptilians in their nature, or there can be full-bodied reptilians as well, not in any type of disguise, as a person. Um, so there's plenty more beings on the moon as well, but these are just some of the littles that I know of. Um, so their operations on the moon, I want to say, is pretty much to like kind of keep a check for what energies are able to be projected onto the earth. So by this I mean the moon, it's acting as a satellite. This is literally what it is. It's a satellite. um, what the moon does for the earth, it pretty much brings in energies from the other planetary bodies, the other celestial bodies from all over the solar system. So what the moon is doing, it's pulling in energy from Mars. It's pulling in energies from Venus. It's pulling in energies from Mercury. It's pulling in energies even from the sun. It's pulling in all energies from the celestial bodies, and it's bringing it to the earth in a way. Okay, and this is what allows for the energetical influences of other celestial bodies to impact the earth as precisely as they are doing right as of now. you know so this is what the moon is doing now. If you look at the moon as a satellite that has been integrated, that has organizations integrated on it, like government organizations with technologies that we can't really comprehend. um, I want to say that one of their one of the things that they're doing on the moon is they're pretty much getting in tune with that process of the moon being able to pull in the energies of all the other celestial bodies. So the moon is pretty much attracting the energies of the other celestial bodies throughout the solar system, as the moon is attracting the the energies of the solar system. It's then going to decide what is going to impact the earth, what is going to come to the earth. you know um, it's like the way that the moon affects the geomagnetic field of the earth, and it affects the tides as well magnetically. It pushes and it pulls the tides. It repels, or no, it repels, my bad, and it attracts. This is magnetism. Okay. Like whenever you put two magnets together and they repel each other, and then you switch them and then they attract each other. This is what the moon does. Okay. It's feminine in its nature, and it's always repelling energies, and it's always attracting energies, and it can decide after soaking up celestial energies from throughout the solar system. It then, with its intelligence, it decides what it's going to allow the earth to be influenced by. you know it's acting as a feminine body for the earth. Okay, the earth is also feminine, um, but the moon is acting as this type of role for it. you know um, so the integrated organization on the moon, the government facilities or whatever they may be, with all of the different beings, they're doing very, very far out things that I can't explain with words. you know because they're not using English on the moon, they're using other languages. But what I wanted to say is that one thing that they are doing is they're taking up the objective of supervising that process of the moon soaking up energies of the other celestial bodies that make up our solar system, and then they are further deciding with the natural processes of the moon to allow what is going to be projected onto the earth energetically, if that makes any sense. So they're pretty much controlling the earth's geomagnetic field um, with their operations on the moon. Okay, and they do have connection to all of the other celestial bodies, because all of the celestial bodies, all the planets in the solar system that make up the solar system, are inhabited by beings. They're all civilized. Okay, as above, so below. Okay, what is here on Earth, you can find all throughout the solar system. What is here below, you're going to find above, in the heavens, in the spaces, throughout the universe. There's civilizations, uh, intelligence. There's beings more intelligent than humanity. Humanity is not even too intelligent of a species. We are very intelligent, but we're not the most intelligent. Okay, that's just the fact of it. Now, if you've ever seen 2001, A Spaced Odyssey, it's a very, very good movie. It's directed, or it's a film by Stanley Kubrick. Okay, he's a very good movie maker. All right, um, but it's all about the moon. Okay, and it's all about like an odyssey. Okay, throughout space. It's like humanity's transcendence in a way. Um, the moon. It's pretty much a movie that starts off with the moon. Like it starts off on the moon already. Like at the beginning of the movie, it's portraying what's actually going on the moon, going on the moon, as it's a station, because it is a station. It's literally it's organized just as it is here in on the earth. They have all these different facilities, and they have all of these different functions, and they're organized very complexly. I want to say it shows monoliths on the moon as well, that they're excavating to make room for. You know, it's a very, 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 very far out movie, but it's very, very accurate. So if you want to know a little bit more on what is actually going on the moon, or what the moon actually is, check that movie out. It's 2001: A Spaced Odyssey. Um, Very, very good movie. Now I watched this movie for the first time. I was on like a small dose of psilocybin mushrooms to bring up my understanding, and all throughout the movie, the characters were literally just reptilians. Like the people who were acting in the movie were literally reptilians, and the mushrooms allowed me to see this. It was a blessing. Um, it's like as the climax came to a peak, the more and more I was able to unveil the mask of being human, and it revealed like um, a deeper genetic expression that was still reptilian, and all of the actors in this movie were pretty much reptilians. um, it was very, very trippy, but what they showed me actually, before I go on, this actually showed me that we're still very reptilian in our nature. Okay, the thing about this is that um, we evolved from reptilians. Okay, our genetics, we have reptilian genetics, amphibian genetics as well. We have plenty of different genetic information, but one phase of our evolution was bipedal reptilianoids. Okay, and this is evident because our cerebellum, one of our lower brains, it's literally a reptilian brain, and this was our main brain when we were reptilianoids. And then as we evolved, it expanded, and our brain grew. You know, it grew the cerebral, the top parts. You know, and then we came into higher mindedness. But there's occults that pretty much control the functions of the moon. You know, reptilian occults, reptilian collectives, they are controlling all of the mass perception. They're keeping a very, very, very deep control over the Earth's collective population's perception via the moon. So they're controlling the moon. The moon is a very, 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 very important celestial body when it comes to the Earth's structure, aurically. Its auric structure. Not only its auric structure or its energetical bodies, but its physical body as well. You know, and what the moon is doing, once again, it's a very feminine celestial body, so it's all about internalness, internal being, and it's all about our inner perception, our inner emotional depths, our inner magnetic functionings, you know. And what they're doing on the moon, they're actually it's like they're directing the energies that are influencing the Earth from throughout the solar system. So the energies of Jupiter, they're projected all throughout the solar system, right? Because it's one body. The moon, it acts as a type of crystal. You know, it pulls in the information from Jupiter, and with its intelligence, its femininity, it then decides what information is going to be allowed to be projected further onto the Earth, so that the Earth can continue progressing in the precise way that it is, you know. And what the reptilian cults are doing, and they are most definitely involved with the government as well. There's governments facilitated on the moon, government facilitated on the moon, integrated themselves, humans, you know, who look human. And then there's within the moon, there's deeper reptilian collectives that are doing deeper works, you know, more far out works that I wouldn't be able to use words to explain. And also the government facilitated on the moon, who look human, are also reptilians, but they're more genetically mutated to look human, so that they can be like a mediation between the full reptilianoids and humanity here on Earth. You know, they're like a mediation species, a type of hybrid species. Um, but they're controlling perception. What I'm trying to say with the moon. Okay, this has been talked about a lot as well throughout throughout history. Um, for the people who are diving into this type of topic, what you're gonna figure out is that these reptilians who are facilitated on the moon are controlling mass perception via the moon, and this is how they're keeping people very, very low in our consciousness, um, so that they can just keep a global control over the Earth as well. You know. So this is pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. Um, how the moon is governmentally integrated, organized government facilities are on the moon, and it's not really a barren rock, um, but it's a station that they have existed on for eons. Um, and what they've told us about the moon is all wrong, because what they want you to believe is just a load of lies. Belief is lie in itself. The word lie is literally the root word in belief, or believe. And what they've conditioned into you throughout your life, what they've taught you, what they've programmed into you throughout your life is all just bologna. It's all baloney. It's all just lies for the continuation of this control of the globe through altering our perception. And the moon is a very, very powerful celestial body, and whoever is controlling it is able to control the fundamental nature of Earth's laws of physics, or even beyond. So if they are able to control this, and if they are able to decide the rhythms of this thing, they are able to decide humanity as a mass body, you know, and this is how they're keeping us within the matrix with the control of the moon as well. So if you want to know a little bit more in depth on the moon and what is actually going on the moon, check out 2001: A Space Odyssey, because it very accurately portrays the truth of the moon. Okay, they're most definitely using artificial intelligence as well. They've been using artificial intelligence for hundreds of years, probably even more. Okay, they have means of traveling to the other celestial bodies as well, like Jupiter, and even farther, Saturn, all the way to Pluto. And Pluto is used as a type of station as well, like the moon, for deep space traveling, even deeper space traveling. And this is why it's corresponding to the crown chakra, on the, I want to say, the tree of life, okay, or the very top nodal point of the tree of life corresponds to Pluto, and it's all about accessing higher dimensions of being, because Pluto is acting as a station for very, very deep space travel. This is why they put it at the very, very edge of the solar system, you know. Um, but it goes much deeper. Like I said, there's a lot that I won't be able to explain, because it just, human language, it doesn't, or English, it doesn't allow us to perceive to deeper depths, because it stays in mostly alpha and beta. This is why we call it the alphabet. It's alpha and beta. The alpha wavelength of the brain and the beta wavelength, this is all they're allowing us to speak from, but there's more wavelengths to the brain, and these deeper wavelengths are what allow us to transcend deeper and more metaphysical dimensions, like the theta and the delta and the gamma, and even deeper brain wavelengths, you know. But that's pretty much all I had to talk about for today. A little bit on the moon. Check out that movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's very old. It's not too old, but it's an older movie, but it's very, very accurate when it comes to the occult and what they're actually doing on the moon, and what they've been able to achieve that they're not telling people publicly here on Earth, when it comes to the government system and the political systems and whatnot. Um, and Stanley Kubrick and himself, he goes in a lot on this type of stuff with all of his movies. He did one on reptilian cults here on Earth as well, and how they pretty much do things here on Earth. And I know the movie got targeted for exposing too much about their ritualism, and their ceremonies for opening portals and whatnot, but um, he's a very good movie maker, so you should just check out his movies. He'll shed some light on you if I wasn't clear enough, okay. Stanley Kubrick will pretty much be able to do so for you. So check out the movie, and that's pretty much going to be it as well. So I do thank everybody for watching once again. One love. Have a great morning. Generate some static electricity from the etheric body, or the first layer of the aura needs to be strengthened and realized for the collective rise in consciousness. I love you, everybody. Peace out. One love. And have a great morning once again.